Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the 2024 Bronco Raptor, what things I love and what things I hate. I'm going to do a quick little walk around tour of the truck. Obviously, this is the black on graphite gray package. The dealership tells me this is called a covert package. Not sure how accurate that is. The roof racks are something I added. The shorter antenna is also something I added. And down here I have a removable plate for when I'm trailing and not having to destroy the plate that normally would be on something like this. Again, this is a 2024 Bronco Raptor, high output V6 3.0 liter twin turbo, 418 horsepower, 440 feet-pounds of torque. Can tow 4,500 pounds. Comes with 37-inch 12.5 by 17-inch rims, beadlock wheels. Underneath you'll see the suspension Raptor Horse 4.0 with Fox live valve 3.1 internal bypass semi-active dampers, and makes for an amazing ride. Has a ground clearance of 13.5 inches in the front and 14 inches in the back. It does have a very aggressive look and stance. Now, but this being the Raptor, obviously it has the standard amber lighting with the Ford lettering in the front and the wide body fender kit, front steel bumpers, and rock slider plates all the way around underneath. The side steps are also rock slider steps. You can remove the steps by removing these bolts over here. On the Raptor package, it gives you the upgraded brake light package back here. And I don't know if the regular Broncos come with the all around LEDs, so that's something else that stands out. Not only does it have the amber colors up front, but it also has amber on the mirrors, on the side mirrors, as well as red at the very edge to match the back lights. Something else that the Raptor comes with is the shark fins and the raised hood. You'll see on the bottom over here has the LED fog lights. You're gonna have one on each end that light up as standard fog lights, which are headlight switch, and then the other would light up with the rocker or toggle switches above. So this, just like the Jeep, you can remove the rooftops, but unlike the Jeep, you can remove this in 3 sections. The Jeep you can remove in 2 sections. This one you can remove into 3 sections, making it a lot easier to remove. Number one dislike is I don't like that exhaust just being tucked up in there aiming down. But on the contrary to that, the exhaust tone is amazing, and it's also adjustable on the steering, so you can adjust the sound of the tone of the exhaust on this truck. The overall look of this Bronco is amazing. So that's a plus. But what I don't like, if I must be honest, is I'm not crazy about the overall stance. Now I have a little bit of a decline here, but this truck is very, very leveled. And call me a little old school, but I'm not a big fan of super leveled vehicles. I don't like when the front looks like it's a little bit up. Just like any new vehicle you purchase, you get some satellite radio with this, but unfortunately, because it is a Jeep style SUV, the antenna for the satellite radio is inside, so your chances of having broken signal are greater. So one thing about this in comparison to my F-150 is that my F-150, I never lose satellite reception. On this one, depending on where I'm driving, my satellite can break up. Cameras all around, rear camera there. You have side camera there and on the opposite side, and you also have front camera here. When you put this on Baja mode, the front camera will kick on, allowing you to see better in front of you, so that's great. Super positive. Also has bird's eye view, so parking is a breeze. It has accessory ready mounts pretty much everywhere around the truck. You have them up top, you have them all in the front bumper, you have them on the sides, you have them on the rear fender, and you have them on the back. You got a couple of tow hooks in the rear. Well, you got a hitch and 2 tow hooks in the rear, and of course you have on the bumper, you have 2 places to mount some rings. And just look at how beefy those control arms are. The comfort level of this truck is amazing. The power is amazing. This truck is rated for 15 miles per gallon, and I am averaging 18 to 19 miles per gallon. I've even seen 20. So somebody asked me, do I miss having a truck bed since I sold my truck recently? And honestly, I don't, because when you fold down these rear seats, I actually have, in measurement wise, I have just over 1 inch more space than I did in the truck bed of my Platinum. This truck specifically does come with the weather-proof mats for the passenger, driver's side, and the rear. And underneath here, you'll have a panel where you'll have your jack and a little bit of storage. Love that. Wish it had more storage in the back. I wish it had an outlet in the back. So not too crazy about the fact that there's nothing for me to plug into other than this 12 volt right here. Starting with the back seat. Is leather with suede. Super, super, super comfortable. I guess a combination of the shocks, the tires, and the seats just make it for a heavenly ride, I swear to you. Back here in the back, you have little sign there that says no stepping, but you have your window switches that light up. You have USB-C and USB and the 110 max outlet. This is what I wish they had in the back. More weatherproof mats there. There's Molly panel on both of the seats, which in my opinion would probably take away from the legroom, because legroom's already a little bit tight here. As well as these little plastic flaps here, I guess you could say, so that way you can hang something like maybe a bag. So that's pretty neat. If you want to fold down the rear seats, you press that button there, pull that lever there, and it makes everything flat. Roll cage all around with the upgraded speakers, and I will say that the speakers in this thing does sound amazing. If you wanted to remove the roof, you have these very, very simple latches that you just turn and push up. The doors are simplified, and that's because they are removable. You just unplug there and move the bolt there, move the bolt there, and the door comes off. Now I do appreciate this handle here. One thing I love, but one thing I don't like is that the fact that they put this one here at a lower spot. Now somebody like me, I have a very, very bad knee. So for me, it'd be easier if I had a handle a little bit higher up and not here. And I'm not crazy about these cargo nets there. They sell a lot of aftermarket accessories, so you can change this out, but it would have been nice if it would have came with something straight out of the factory. One thing I hate about this Bronco is that the storage is limited. You just have the trunk space in the back, and that's it. So sitting inside, you do have this little glove compartment here. Again, very, very small, very, very limited. I'm not crazy about that. As well as 2 cup holders there and a phone charger here. Another thing I don't like about this Bronco is that the phone charger, if you don't place it just right, it can't read the phone. Standard glove box over here. Again, not the biggest. I have that locked. And more cargo netting over there. Up top you have 6 what they call hero switches, and this is the one that activates the front fog lights, or the secondary fog lights. But when you cut the power off to the vehicle, this will shut off. Everything is waterproof, so if you ever get the inside wet, just let it dry and you're good to go. Airbags all around. Front framing there, as well as above the doors, and all the doors at that. Super big screen here. All digital screen here. Right now it says I've averaged 18.6, but I've seen as much as 20. Another thing I love about this is the GoPro mount. I recently went out with my buddy Corey and was able to use that GoPro mount, and it worked amazing. The camera was more stable than I've ever been able to get it with any type of glass accessory mounts. If you wanted to use that for GoPro, you have an accessory USB plug right there, but you can also, I've heard of people actually plugging in dash cams. So another option would be to plug in a dash cam right there and plug it to power right there. On the steering wheel, you also have the steering, the suspension, and exhaust adjustment, so you can adjust everything on the fly. And then you have the Raptor mode, meaning that you can save whatever settings you want to the Raptor button here and just hit it once on the fly and you're ready to go. One thing I don't like is that you have to hit it twice to activate it. They should just make it where I hit it once, so I'm not too crazy about that. Overall, I am loving the truck. Again, the performance, the comfort of this truck is just at another level. Another thing I wanted to point out is that up here in this empty space, they do sell straps. You know, I did try to purchase them. I wasn't crazy with the way it looked, so I sent them back. But I feel that a simple handle would have went very nicely right there. I test drove the Bronco first, the standard Bronco. I believe it was the Wild Track, and I love that one first. So even the standard Broncos are amazing vehicles. Truth be told, I actually went to test out a Jeep Rubicon 392. Sounds amazing, plenty of power, handled very well, but something about the way it drove, it was very almost boaty. It kind of had like this rocking boat motion to it. I just wasn't crazy about it. Actually made me a little bit of motion sick. I've never been motion sick in my life. Very first time was inside of the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. So went over to Bronco, test drove it, fell in love with it. My buddy said, hey, check out the Raptor. Test drove this and I was hooked. And the more I drive it, the more I love it. More mods, more accessorizing yet to come, but overall, great Bronco, great Raptor, great vehicle, and I do plan on doing a lot to it. So that's my opinion, guys. There are 99% of things to love and 1% of things not to love. Other than that, I just love this truck. Just want to recap. I didn't get to introduce my new Raptor to the channel yet, and in today's video I wanted to do that. Again, so far I've added a removable front plate, a shorter, thicker antenna, and my shorty roof rack. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think would be good for me to do to this. Let me know. Give me an opinion. Give me an opinion. Give me an idea. Let's get it going. You're gonna see a lot of this truck from now on, and that's it. So guys, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Give me that like, thumbs up, share the video, and hopefully I'll have more ideas on upcoming videos to come. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'm gonna see you next time.